like the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow, but she can hang it up just like a telephone. Speaking up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Me and them here make it come treat it. Spin make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be cold like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavenly, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best, and you know. And I gang on my own. Get my way up, get off, go, get on, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? From the 6. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
One guarantee I can absolutely make is that all week in preparation, the coach kept telling his team, we're on the road, don't do anything to bring the crowd into it. And that's exactly what they just did. A bad return, and now the home team crowd, they are fired up.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action now. Winston drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. There'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're playing with the completion. Maybe that's a 4 yards loss.
You won't be backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys with great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Play fake. Winston. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable.
Tries for one, 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside. And I think that's what he wanted to check that down to. initially, but once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over on the one tackle. Smart play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They go play action. Winston getting this ball out wide for Davis. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jameis to throw it. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to...
Touchdown, Saints! Alvin Kamara, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets him set right at the 30. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Corral had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
On 3rd down, here's Corral. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Touchdown, Carolina! A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for...
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to... Got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CB, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here, because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On play action, Winston. And that is incomplete.
Wow, the coverage we just saw break
flooded the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now Winston on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Corral. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Panthers take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, Winston. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Corral takes a shotgun snap. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Gonzalez's kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. And the Panthers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Jameis now on 1st down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times you just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Winston. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
Going with a dime set. To throw, Winston. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Winston now to throw on first down. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jameis again. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. Touchdown. Michael Thomas. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Corral here, working from the gun. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Fakes the handoff here. Corral. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
2nd and 10. Corral again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also into field goal range at the 28. A first down throw here for Corral. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now Corral on 3rd and 2. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself not just so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Play action now. Winston drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
18 more yards there and another first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jameis to throw it.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of look at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers and free up the D-lineman to make the play.
Play number 9 set to come here in the drive on 3rd and 2. Here's Winston. And my goodness, another interception.
Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. You might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
From the gun, Corral.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Now Winston.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark. Obviously, he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
It's a great question. My suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Here comes the Saints punter now. as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Meanwhile, Corral's throw pulled in by Marshall.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Corral to throw on 1st and 10.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing on 1st down, but this one lines up to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming out 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on the blitz.
On 3rd down, Winston. Quick slant, caught by Moore.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
To the air again with Winston.
Open man is the tight end Troutman.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. Winston. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd and 10, Winston.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On second down, Kamara, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year, and the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. They'll turn to Kamara, and he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and he'll come up empty on the try for 2. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. The Saints say they have it, and they do. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Winston throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. To throw, Winston. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. 30 yards.
And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
77 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. Touchdown, Carolina! That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston on the check down. He finds Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You got the big lead defensively. You need to give him that underneath stuff.
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, Redmond. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll keep it on the ground. Redmond. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And that is a shame. Oh, it's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain an 18-point lead. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
second down, Winston again. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule. I guarantee he quietly is told that you might want to stop coming after me down the field because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Winston.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. They go play action. Winston. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
54 yards on the ground for him so far.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. That's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Panthers,
the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.
And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.